panel. The timekeeper, Fred Abatello. Counting for the knockdowns is referee Joe Lascalzo. And the referee for the main event, Zach Clayton. 12 rounds. 12 rounds. Introducing from Toronto, Canada, Larry Blacktrot. He weighs 208 pounds. Heavyweight champion of Canada, George Chuvalo. Chuvalo. His opponent from New York. He's wearing white trunks. He weighs 197 and a quarter. Two-time former heavyweight king, Floyd Patterson.
Patterson, Chevalier, the men received your instructions this afternoon in the Boxing Commissioner's office. You were informed that the 8-second knockdown ruling and the 3 knockdown ruling are still in effect, and also in the event of a knockdown. The bell sounds with the fighter on the floor. The count will continue. If the fighter doesn't regain his feet before the count reaches 10, it will be considered a knockout. Is that clear to you, Floyd? Is that clear to you, Chevalier? Are there any questions? If not, shake hands now, come out boxing at the bell. Good luck.
Chuvalo in black trunks, Patterson in white. Chuvalo is tremendously strong with a granite chin. Patterson has usually had the fastest hands among the heavyweights, up until the present champion. They say Patterson's a boxer, but he's usually a puncher. He has a lightning light left jab, a good hook, a good combination puncher. It's going to be rough. Two minutes left in round one. As you can see, Chuvalo likes to work the body. Zach Clayton, the referee. A little blood coming from Chuvalo's nose. And he draws a warning from the referee. So far, Chuvalo has no defense for that sharp jab. About 20 seconds left to go on the round. Round's almost over. The bell ends round one.
Patterson surprised me, and I believe I'll have to change my mind. I'm a man who tells the truth. I believe that this man won. He won the first round. He surprised me. George is fighting a little rough, a little dirty as far as boxing is concerned, hitting behind the head, holding, hitting on clinches, and he's not doing like I thought he would. But Floyd is determined, and I believe he's a threat to my title.
Champ, do you think that Patterson can stand up under that body? body
If
punching.
he stay like he's going, he'll stand up. And if the referee gives Patterson justice, he'll stop that body punching. And I don't think it's fair, but he should, Patterson should win.
Round 2. George Chuvalo in the black trunks, Floyd Patterson in the white trunks. Madison Square Garden, a packed house. The ringside is jam-packed. It set a record for press credentials this fight. 290 applications for press seats. Now Patterson draws a slight warning. Chuvalo warned again. Patterson realizes that Chuvalo is hard to hurt. One minute to go in round 2. That was a big right hand. You see Patterson revert to his old kangaroo style, leaping in. Round 2 almost over. The bell ends round 2 and we go back to the corner of George Chuvalo, the Canadian heavyweight title holder, born in Canada, Toronto, September 12, 1937. Facing him is manager Irving Ungerman. On the right-hand side is trainer Ted McWhorter. And on the left-hand side, Johnny Sulo. Champ, how does Chuvalo look to you?
Well, George Chuvalo got beat that round. Floyd Patterson got him, if you let me tell it. He's still using those holding and hitting behind the back tactics. But if Floyd Patterson just keep cool, I noticed Floyd Patterson was watching, heard that he was watching films of Iron Sonny Liston. And if you look at Floyd, you'll notice he's fighting just like I thought Liston. He's keeping his distance and holding him in clinches.
Well, Floyd, this is the first time you've seen that. How does it look from this angle?
Looks exciting.
Rocky, how did you score those first?
Yes, it was a very exciting first 2 rounds. Floyd surprised everybody in the house that night. He came right out there and started boxing and punching and winging them. He took some. He made it an exciting first 2 rounds, and he had the people in the garden right there just up on their feet. They enjoyed it right from the very beginning.
Floyd, we heard Dumpy say that you reverted to your old-time kangaroo style. Did you realize that you were leaping at the man as you're throwing those punches off your feet?
No, I didn't.
Is there many times in the fight when, are there many times in the fight when you don't realize this, you're off your feet and throwing punches?
Many times I do. I think it's more instinct than anything else.
When you fought out of the corner there in the second round, did you, and then you threw the kangaroo shortly after that, did you kind of think you had him going then?
Well, there were several times in the fight
I think that was the first time that I thought that I had hurt him. And I was trying to finish him, but unfortunately he can take a lot more than I thought he could.
Patterson, the white trunks, Chuvalo in black. As you know, there have been no knockdowns. Nobody's been hurt. 2 minutes left in round 3 of a 12-rounder at Madison Square Garden in New York. It's a long time since Patterson has boxed this way. He usually comes in winging, but he's fighting smartly and expertly tonight. Hard body punches by Chuvalo. One minute left in round 3. Chuvalo hasn't gotten many good shots in at the head yet. There's the bell ending round 3. Now let's see some of the action. We've got an isolated camera here in the garden that we're going to turn loose any moment now. Meanwhile, let's hear what the heavyweight champion of the world has to say now.
Well, this fight, Don, was a little close. This was a close round. As you can see, Chuvalo's punching pretty good now. He's a little more determined, and Floyd seemed to be getting a little tired to me. But he's staying in that corner too long, you notice. He shouldn't stay in one spot too long.
Now, that was the champ bringing you up to date by way of our isolated camera. We're coming up to round 4. This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds. We have one of the most enthusiastic fight crowds in the last 25 years in this arena tonight. The last time the fight arena was sold out was 2 years ago when Cassius Clay fought Doug Jones. Here's round 4. Zach Clayton is the referee, and he's a good one. Chuvalo has discovered he's got a jab. A big right hand by Patterson. A smashing right by Chuvalo. Round 4 is half over. Now there's a minute to go in the round.
I think Chuvalo's getting a little tired. It seems to be.
Seems to be too, to me, Mohammed.
Patterson's fighting a smart fight. He's usually known for standing there and taking too many punches. As you know, he's moving. Beautiful, beautiful.
While I waited for the crowd to die down, Sam, how does it look?
Well, as you know, they were slugging it out, fist toe-to-toe at the last round. Floyd took a few punches. I hope none of them didn't weaken him, but we will see later. It was a pretty close round. Floyd hit him with a lot of left jabs, and I'm sure he'll win.
Round 5 at Madison Square Garden. Patterson, white trunks, Chuvalo in black. Crowd is chanting, "Let's go, Floyd." Chuvalo has never been knocked off his feet in a bout. This is round 5 of a 12-rounder. Both boys apparently in superb condition. You can hear those punches, I hope. We can hear them. They're thudding.
Yes, this seems to be Floyd's round. He's getting a lot of solid left and rights to the head.
1 minute to go in round 5.
I must say, fans, I'm really surprised. I figured it would be over for now with Chuvalo winning.
30,000 here to see a fight, and they're getting one. "15 seconds to go in the round. There's the bell ending round 5. The warning buzzer is sounded now for round 8. See Jack Schaefer with our ringside camera getting into position. There's round 8 of a 12-rounder. Packed house at Madison Square Garden, and I haven't heard anyone complain. It's been a good fight. Chuvalo keeps hoping that he'll get in the one big punch to the head that would turn it his way. Isn't that right?
I believe you're right, Don. It's only a matter of hoping he gets the lucky punch, because as it stands now, Floyd is outmaneuvering him, and he has the best boxing ability. If he can keep up the pace he started out with and stay out of those clinches.
How about that body punishment from Chuvalo?
Well, body punching means nothing if you're in good shape. Ooh, Floyd just got in a flurry of good punches. Every one of them was solid. As I said earlier, George takes a punch. Yes, those body punches will wear you out if you're not in shape, but I think he's in shape for this. He's determined to get his crown back.
2 minutes left in round 8 at Madison Square Garden.
I'd like to say hello to my mother and daddy there in Louisville, Kentucky. They're watching this fight.
A smashing right hand by Patterson.
Chuvalo is shook. If Floyd can only keep on him, he'll knock him out, I believe. Oh, he's determined. He's coming back.
Well, win or lose, Floyd will know he's been in a fight.
That's right. I believe both men will. Notice Floyd is standing there like his old self. He should move if he's not too tired.
Round 8 over.
Beautiful round, Don. Full of action.
There we see Patterson in his corner. What's Dan Florio telling him now? What would you think?
Well, I'm sure he's telling him to stay out of the clinches. Floyd got hit a few times, and that's when he wasn't on the, I would say that he wasn't using his bicycle style, and he got hit a few times. But I'm sure he was telling him to keep his distance and watch him in the clinches, because he's got sharp punches on the inside.
What do you think they're telling Chuvalo, champ?
Well, it's really hard to predict something like that. Chuvalo, I imagine they're saying, you got him going, just stay on him, he's tired, because Patterson do look a little leg and arm weary.
Floyd, is Cassius right? As Danny is talking to you in the corner at that time, is he telling you to move, don't get yourself caught inside?
Yes, they constantly told me, Dan and Ernie Fowler, my trainer is Ernie Fowler, they were constantly telling me to move and use the jab. I was a bit tired at that point, and sometimes when you get tired, you get a bit loose, and free with yourself. And this is what was happening to me, and those later rounds.
Because it seemed to me at part of this round you try to work outside and take advantage of the ring. And then Chuvalo would close with you, and that's when you would take the body beating.
Yeah, well, see, it's going to be pretty difficult to forget my old style. My old style is I usually bore in, and I usually fight in close. But for this fight, I definitely didn't want to fight in close. We trained that way. But every now and then I would forget, and I would stay in close. But while in close, I didn't throw any punches. That was a mistake. We had trained to stay away from Chuvalo and more or less box him defensively and offensively when the opportunity presented itself.
It seemed to me that if a man was hands as fast as yours, who could move so much faster than Chuvalo, and with him being that strong, it would seem the wise thing to stay away and use the ring.
Yeah, if Chuvalo learned a little more about boxing, how to throw combinations, and he was a bit faster, he has all of the determination, and he could take a tremendous punch, in my opinion. He would be 3 times the fighter he is now if he would learn to do these things.
Well, you're not doing a bad job yourself right here, Floyd. We're going to see more of it in just 1 minute.
Here's round 9, scheduled for 12, a packed house of enthusiastic fans at Madison Square Garden. Patterson, the white trunks, Chuvalo in black. Zach Clayton, the referee.
You notice Floyd's left jabs are kind of shocking. They're really hard and solid. You see those jabs. Fighting a smart fight. This don't look like the old Floyd Patterson I used to know. Solid left hook for Floyd.
Chuvalo, who's never been down, keeps pouring in. Patterson piles up points. Trying to get Floyd on the ropes again, and Floyd knows it. Now there's 1 minute to go in round 9 of a 12-rounder. No knockdowns in the contest. Floyd has a headlock for a moment. When those punches start raining. He is cut around the left eye. Round 9 is over, and the crowd gives them both a hand as they go back to their corners. Champ, in a moment we may have the isolated camera, but beforehand, how about it now?
Well, I would say Floyd Patterson won the round. He moved, he had his left jab moving nice, and then when they did come into a flaring clinches, Floyd would get the best and he'd get out. I would give him this round, and Chuvalo is tough, hard, and determined. You're looking at the isolated camera now, and you see Floyd has solid left jabs. All of those punches connected, but you see George comes back, but he didn't really hit Floyd with a good one. So Floyd got the best of that, and all through the round, as you see, Floyd mostly outboxed him.
Champ, we're coming up to round 10 now, And
round 10? Is this round 10?
This will be round 10,
well,
so the three
nice.
big ones are still ahead.
Right. Floyd,
There's Rocky Marciano, your old pal.
One of my idols.
He was a good one, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
How do you think you would have done with him?
Well, I believe Rocky would have knocked out either one of these guys in a couple of rounds.
How about you?
Well, that's hard to say. You know me. I might have to predict the round. Best man, I would say the best man would win in a fight like that.
Both you and Rocky are undefeated.
Yes, sir. I might have to retire quick like he did. I believe George got the worst of that.
Patterson could have been hurt there, champ.
Well, I didn't. You can never tell. Both of them got hit.
Yeah.
A beautiful, evenly matched fight.
Patterson has forced Chuvalo to go to the body, keeping his hands so high.
Well, I imagine his manager told him to stay at the body because it's kind of hard to hit him in the head. You notice he's fighting a lot like me. He's moving a lot.
A big flurry by Patterson. Time anybody was really hurt.
That's right. He's pretty smart. Floyd is staying close to him. Floyd is tough.
Well, I don't think they come any tougher.
I don't think Floyd can take what George is taking.
Heard the bell, or did they? There it is. What a round that was. Floyd goes back a little wobbly to his corner, and we're probably going to repeat some of that action on the isolated camera. We're trying to set it up. That was probably the most tremendous round of the fight.
Yes, that was. As you look at the isolated camera now, both boys were trading punches. Floyd got hit a couple of good times, and he also hit Chuvalo a few good times. As you see now, Chuvalo's really hitting Floyd. He's really hitting him, and I'm surprised Floyd didn't fall. Floyd took it, he fought a smart fight, and he stayed on him, as you see. He's keeping close to him. He's ducking some good ones, too. I have to give this Floyd credit because I didn't believe he was this smart.
Well, Floyd, that, I guess, was the darkest moment in the fight for you, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Touch on.
Is this what you meant when you told the people afterwards that finally you could take a punch?
I think in that round I proved that, not necessarily that I can take that much of a punch, but I did prove that I don't have a China chin.
That's what I meant, the China chin
yes.
reference. Mm-hmm.
Floyd, with the fast pace that you two fellas put up for 10 rounds now, and with the amount of punches you threw and the amount of punches that Chuvalo threw, everybody realizes you have to be good and tired. I wonder if you can explain just the feeling of being weary and tired at the end of 10 fast rounds like that.
Well, as you know, Rocky, your arms begin to feel like you're holding tremendous weight in each one. Your legs begin to slow up. overall you feel like you're carrying a ton. And of course at that point, sometimes some fighters change their strategy. At that point I didn't change my strategy. Of course I may have stayed in a lot closer than what I was advised to or what I had trained to, but that was because of the weariness and being tired.
Boy, was it at this point before the 11th round began that your corner had told you were behind and you'd have to really come on?
Yes, when I went back to the corner in the 10th round, my manager, Dan Florio, and my trainer, Ernie, they told me that I had lost that round, and I had lost it big, and that the last 2 rounds would determine the fight.
Well, we'll have the last 2 rounds for you in just one moment.
We are ready to come up to round 11, and the crowd is literally on the edges of the seats. All 19,000 of them. Standees are up on their toes. It's round 11 of a 12-rounder.
If Floyd can keep the same pace, keep cool, he'll win the bout.
They'll both be pretty tired tomorrow, won't they, champ?
Well, I believe so. I usually am when it goes this long. But this fight is a great help to boxing. It didn't end in 1 round.
That's right.
I believe Floyd would beat Sonny Liston fighting like this. Chuvalo might try anything now. Only a couple of rounds left. 2 rounds.
Patterson was tagged a smashing left hook.
Yes, he was. Both boys landed with that left.
Chuvalo has been the aggressor, which is not to take anything from Patterson, who's fought a tremendous fight, as has Chuvalo. They're in Patterson's corner now, or were.
Really pulling out now. He's way ahead. He knows it too. He's real confident.
There have been no knockdowns.
Beautiful. I believe he shook Chuvalo.
There's the bell ending round 11. To come up now to the 12th and final round. Any predictions now, champ?
Well, I predict that Floyd should win this fight and will be the next contender for me after I finish with Mr. Sonny Liston. This was a good round. Floyd Patterson won it easy. If he keep the distance and just do good this round, he'll win the fight easy on points.
Zach Clayton, the referee, went to each corner to tell them that the final round is coming up. There have been no knockdowns. Each has taken the best punches the other could throw. Twelfth and final round. Referee Zach Clayton will have them touch gloves. Chuvalo, the black trunks, Patterson and white. There have been no knockdowns. half over. Fight is drawing to a close. Took a deep breath before he threw that punch. Less than a minute to go. Crowd is starting to applaud. Seconds left, 30 seconds. Now, apparently there will be no knockout. Time is running out. Almost over. Between them, and listen to the crowd.
See, this fight was a beautiful fight. Floyd Patterson surprised me. He won it, and I guess he's the next man for me. As soon as I finish Lister, a great fighter. Floyd, he's shaking everybody's hand. I hope he come over here and shake mine. Beautiful fight. I'm really surprised Floyd is ready. I understand he was watching films of Sonny Liston and I, and if you notice his ducking and his dancing and his moving and backing, it was identically the way it was when I fought Liston. Beautiful fight. I'm really surprised, and I bet on the wrong man.
We'll have the decision on this fight in just a moment.
The commissioners are looking at the cards now. I'm sure there's no doubt about who won. Everyone plus the referee should have voted for Patterson. I know I would. It was easy to see that Floyd Patterson is the winner. Now he should have a crack at my title. And I'm sure the fans out there would love to see Johnny Addy now taking the judge's slips. Beautiful fight, Floyd Patterson. Beautiful fight. Now we must hear the decision. Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the decision. Referee Zach Clayton scores it 6-5, 1 even for Patterson.
One vote for Patterson by the referee.
Judge Tony Castellano, 7-5, favor of Patterson.
Patterson is the winner.
The other judge, Joe Armstrong, 8-4, Patterson. Winner by unanimous decision. Floyd Patterson by unanimous decision. Half the crowd likes it and the other half doesn't. Well, I'm trying to get started here. When the current champ gets through. Floyd, I guess it wasn't nearly as rough with Chuvalo as it was with Clay, was it?
Well, in my honest opinion,
Chuvalo, I had trained to fight him, his type of a fight, to be aggressive. And as you can see, every time I pressed and tried to be aggressive, that was the only time that I really got hit with some stinging shots.
Well, Floyd,
I did learn that fighting Chuvalo, this type of fight, I cannot beat him.
Well, Floyd, in the excitement, I forgot to congratulate you. I thought it was one of your finest fights because it had been so long since you went more than 6 rounds. How did it feel to you?
Well, because of Chuvalo's constantly pressing me, throwing punches, throwing legal punches in the clinches, I was unable to...
Did you say illegal?
No, legal.
Oh, legal, I'm sorry.
Legal punches. I was unable to float with his strength, so therefore I decided to box him.
All right, now I guess the usual question, what about your plan? Would you like to, of course you'd like to fight Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay, the heavyweight champion, wouldn't you?
Well, my main goal is to fight Cassius Clay, and if I am successful, then I would fight Sonny Liston and then retire.
Mr. Clay says you're going to get a title shot, and good luck to you, Floyd. I know you're tired. It was a rough fight. How about Chuvalo? What kind of a person is he?
Well, although I know Mr. Chuvalo feels very, very badly, I can honestly say that he gained a tremendous amount of fans tonight, perhaps more than I, because of his constant power, constant pressing, and I was unable to cope with his strength.
One more thing, Floyd. I think it's a tremendous tribute to both of you that you packed this garden. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Floyd,
can I take a fairly good punch now? My chin is not so Chinese now.
you take a dandy punch. You took some real good ones. Good luck to you, Floyd. Thank you.
Hey, Patterson.
And now here's the champ for his comments.
Go ahead. Floyd Patterson has proved it.
With the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, Top Rank Incorporated and Round 1 Promotions presents the main event of the afternoon. 15 rounds of boxing for the WBA World Lightweight Championship. Introducing, in the blue corner, the challenger, rated #1 by the WBA, fighting out of Seoul, Korea, weighing 134 1/4 pounds. Here is Deuk Koo Kim. And in the red corner, from Youngstown, Ohio, weighing 134 3/4 pounds, the WBA lightweight champion of the world, here at Caesar's Palace, is Ray Boom Boom Mancini. 15 rounds of boxing.
The referee for the fight is Richard Green. He will not figure in the scoring. 3 judges at ringside will score on the 10-point must system. Lou Tabbitt of Las Vegas, Ismael Fernandez from Puerto Rico, and Yusako Yoshida from Japan. And there is Lenny Boom Boom Mancini at ringside, as he is at all of his son's fights, and certainly enjoying the fact that his son is now the champion of the world, a goal that he sought as an outstanding #1 ranked lightweight many years ago. Saw that opportunity lost when he went into the service in World War II. But his son has won it for him, and Richard Green with the final instructions here. And a very vocal audience of Koreans from the Los Angeles area here to support Deuk Koo Kim. He is managed by another Kim, Hyun Chi Kim, who was a world-ranked fighter in his time, and trained by yet another Kim, Young Koo. And I am told by Irving Ruddock, the promoter's Top Rank, that none of the Kim are kin. It's a very common name in Korea. There's the tail of the tape, 21-year-old Ray Mancini. They stand the same height. They weighed in at 135 3/4 for the champion, 134 1/4 for the challenger, 134 3/4 for Mancini. And we are ready to go with round #1 scheduled for 15. Weather conditions are perfect. A brilliant sunny afternoon on the desert of Nevada. And there's the bell, and we are underway, and the Korean comes out swinging. In gold is Kim, the champion in burgundy trunks. Ray Boom Boom Mancini.
What
what you expect from two little tanks. Just direct.
That's what they look like.
We will see this the whole time. As Kim said, he's going to go straight at Mancini. And Mancini is also a very aggressive fighter, good puncher, heavy puncher, likes the same kind of fight.
Mancini can avoid a lot of Kim's punches, Ray, by circling quickly to his left, setting up with that left jab, and then feinting. Kim has a reputation also of being a very, very good puncher. Again, if I was Ray, I'd try to fight a little defensively, a little smart early in the fight.
I would agree, Gil, because early, at this stage now, the first round is always that round fighters try to feel each other out. For Kim, I don't think he wants to do that. I think he wants to jump right in, try to hurt Mancini as soon as he possibly can and take advantage of it.
Richard Green with a warning for Kim to keep the blows up, and that familiar oriental bow from Kim back, acknowledging that he had fouled. Landed a left to the head of Mancini. Mancini stays there with him, bangs back to the body.
Mancini has to be very careful because these guys' heads are up.
Big combination. Landing bomb. Mancini. Kim keeps throwing. Well, punch for punch. You hit me and I'll hit you. In the first round.
Mancini needs to watch that overhand left hand of Kim.
There it is right there, Ray. He landed it, too. That's his best punch. Under a minute to go in round one.
Mancini's being hit because he's standing straight up. He's punching inside and he comes straight up with his chin. He needs to move to the left. Not be stationary.
Just reached in again, got nailed again.
Richard Green telling both fighters to watch their heads. He doesn't want to see accidental butts open up cuts. Oh, good spot left landed by Kim, and another one landed by Kim. Mancini knows he's in there with a tough customer. Another left scored by Kim. Under 30 seconds to go, round one.
Mancini's big punch inside in this fight is going to have to be that short left hook. Right now he has his chin up in the air and he's really getting nailed.
He's going to be hit time and time again as long as he's straight up, Gil. There's that left hand again by Kim.
Final seconds of round one. We have had an action-packed opening round.
Mom, you got to get down from here.
In Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll be right back.
For 1983.
Round number two. WBA Lightweight Championship of the World. Deuk Koo Kim from Seoul, Korea, getting off to a good start in the first round, Gil.
Kim kept catching Mancini as it was reaching in. Mancini doesn't have to reach. He can move around, let Kim be the aggressor, let him reach and then nail him with the counter punches. They got him back in the corner, and they did speak to him. I'm sure they're going to have him box a little bit more now.
Well, also what Kim is doing, if you notice, he gets a lot of good head things. He moves his body, and he has a tendency to throw Mancini off. That's when he connects with that overhand left.
When the Mancini camp looked at tapes of Kim, Ray, they saw that he would sometimes come right at you without throwing punches, and they thought that Ray would be able to catch him coming in before Kim threw the leather, but he has been attacking right from the opening bell.
Well, the bad thing about film sometimes, Tim, they're misleading because you have to understand the fighter's not fighting you. It's a different style altogether.
Another thing about Kim, Ray is a very, very strong guy. He's always been stronger than his opponents. Kim is just about equally as strong physically. He's a very, very strong guy. It's like two pit bulldogs in there banging away at each other. There's Ray reaching again.
I feel that's going to be the key to this fight because I feel that Kim can take a punch and Mancini needs to work to the body to see what happens there. And I see he's doing it now.
We're in round two, scheduled for 15. Champion in the burgundy trunks, the Korean challenger, ranked number one in the world in gold.
Well, right now, inside, it's Mancini's left hook against Kim's right hook. Southpaw right hook.
And landed by Mancini, a good solid shot to the face of Kim. Again, Richard Green warning the fighters to watch their heads. Under a minute to go, round two.
Well, Ray got his attention with that flurry. Timmy hurt him with those punches.
You can expect once Mancini hurts his opponent, the rest is history. has that ability to finish the opponent off very fast.
Mancini pounding away inside. He said his training camp was the best ever in his young pro career. Feels he's in outstanding condition.
Tim, he got nailed by some combination. Good straight left hand by Kim.
There's a sample of the equal strength as they just literally muscled each other, and they're doing it again. Under 30 seconds to go. Very similarly built, which is apparent on your screen.
They call Kim a little Mancini in Korea.
They are indeed similar, except that he's southpaw.
Boy, they plant themselves. They're letting those punches go.
Coming to the end of round number 2. We have not had a second rest so far.
How do you soften your beard?
Round number 3, the champion Ray Boom Boom Mancini circling to the left of your screen in burgundy trunks. The challenger Deuk Koo Kim from Seoul, South Korea.
Tim, rather than box, Ray Mancini went right after him. He's fighting strictly an offensive fight.
That was a good second round for Mancini. He was able to land some better shots.
That's the example of what I mean. Mancini can dance away once in a while. Let this guy reach a little bit.
Kim felt after watching Mancini on tape against Espana that Mancini would be right in front of him. He planned to pound away at that nose that bleeds easily. And he was pounding away, but did not land much of that exchange.
Oh, he is a strong guy, though, Tim.
Yes, he is. Outstanding physical condition. We watched him train. He goes through a very vigorous set of physical calisthenics.
Well, the question is, in fact, can he keep this up? Can he keep this pace up with Mancini?
Ray, it works both ways. Can Mancini keep this pace up with him? This is a tough, tough fight.
Kim arrived here last Friday in Los Angeles for 2 or 3 days. He landed that straight left again. It's an 18-hour time difference between this country and Korea, and some observers thought maybe he should have been in the country earlier, but he looks fresh so far. Oh, good solid right hand. Cut Kim coming in.
Okay, let's have it. Let's have it.
Toe to go. Mancini has Kim in trouble.
Kim, he nailed him with a good round. What a tough guy this Kim is. He likes the action. Likes the action.
And he lands a combination. He thought he was in trouble, but his back was to me, and he just raised his hand and say, let's go.
I think once he threw his hands up, he acknowledged that he was okay. He came back very strong.
Did he ever?
He reminds me of Aaron Pryor. He seems to be happy when he gets hit, too. Fights better after he gets hit.
Under a minute to go. We're in the 3rd round, and we've got ourselves a fight. There's that left hand, and he led with it and scored.
You get such great fights because everyone wants to be a champion, Tim.
Now, he's ranked number 1 in the world, and we often question the ratings by both world bodies, in this case the WBA. Whether he deserves to be number 1 is questionable, but he certainly deserves to be in the ring with Mancini, at least off what we've seen thus far. 20 seconds remaining in round 3.
If there's any edge at all, Tim, in Styles, it's the fact that Mancini throws his punches a little shorter, a little more crisp than Kim. Kim really swings.
Final seconds of the 3rd round. Another lap on the challenger round. This is round number 4, the WBA Lightweight Championship. The champion Ray Boom Boom Mancini, the challenger Deuk Koo Kim from Seoul, South Korea. And we have had 3 action-packed rounds thus far.
Can't be any other way, Tim. They can't wait to get at each other. They both reach and they both take chances.
And they both run across the ring to get it to each other.
We watched Deuk Koo Kim actually practices coming off the stool and landing that big left-hand lead. We haven't seen him actually do it yet, but I'm sure we will. It almost looks like a martial arts kind of punch.
Well, I'm surprised no one has been sent to the canvas because they're winging shots, and they're really landing on the chin, flesh on the chin with those big bombs.
And they're planted when they're throwing the punches, too. There's no give. They're not slipping the punches. They're not moving away from there to get hit with them.
Well, they're putting the whole body behind the gill.
Ray has his legs very, very wide apart, Ray. If you notice that, when he does throw a punch, he's right there to get nailed back.
And Kim is the same way. You know, when he throws a punch, he actually runs in.
We're live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Round 4. Mancini and Kim.
Well, that's the first time I saw somebody skip back to avoid a punch.
Mancini muscling the Korean into the ropes. Kim has shown absolutely no intimidation. He didn't during the week that he's been here, and he didn't since the opening bell. Has not.
Okay, let's have it.
Pace slowing only slightly here because the fighters have been willing to grab each other for a change instead of going toe-to-toe like that.
Inside, Mancini has the edge because he's throwing shorter, crisper punches. But that Kim's right hook is very, very dangerous inside. He loops it over.
Under a minute to go in the 4th round. Tim Ryan, Gil Fancy, Sugar Ray Leonard. Live on CBS Sports Saturday.
Well, they're both taking a breathing out, Tim. Well deserved.
Well, they had such a very fast pace. These guys have to be in shape. I mean, the way they're going to the body.
30 seconds in the round.
Now Mancini's starting to be a little more patient. He's feinting, letting the Korean reach, and he nails it.
Mancini checks his head, his eyes from time to time. I think he feels he's cut sometimes because of the heads.
Nikon introduced
Pennzoil, quality protection. Ask for it.
Round number 5, scheduled for 15. And Mancini wobbles Kim with that left hand, catching him off balance, trying to follow up on it. Mancini with uppercuts inside, but Kim very wisely grabs on.
Mancini's been very concerned about those headbutts because they fight inside, and you have to expect that.
Maybe that he's trying to take him out of there here just to prevent getting cut and getting himself into some trouble.
Tim, he's maneuvering more now, so he's going from side to side, even inside. He's using his experience right now at the beginning of this round.
Well, especially inside. Now, you notice when they get inside, Mancini throws little uppercuts and raises the chin of Kim.
Deuk Koo Kim, a high school graduate from Seoul, South Korea, comes from a very comfortable family. Took up boxing purely for sporting reasons and was encouraged to turn professional and has obviously done well. 17, 1-1 as a professional, ranked number 1 by the WBA.
Those shots to the body, devastating. Kim is starting to move around now, and he's starting to land shots to the kidney.
Landed, Ray Mancini pulling back from it to do some of the impact.
He knew he got hit with that punch, though. He held on. It's very unusual for Ray.
He scores a short shot right.
The reason Kim is able to land some punches on Mancini, especially when Mancini is moving back, Mancini moves straight back. In fact, he should move to the side, either to the right or to the left. Mainly to the left, because Kim is a southpaw.
Mancini's also vulnerable when he jabs because he has his feet wide apart. He reaches in with his jab, and Kim nails him with that straight left hand.
Mancini scored a right-hand lead, and Kim had to grab on again. They grabbed in the middle of the ring, under a minute to go. There was a little cut to the left, at the left corner of the left eye of the challenger Kim.
2 punches really started laying on Kim with that left hook and right hand of Mancini.
The crowd coming to its feet here as Mancini puts a flurry on.
Short little punches, Tim. That does it every time inside.
Again, like a couple of mini sumo wrestlers in this posture, their heads dangerously close together. Under 30 seconds to go, round 5.
There's so many good punches in the lightweight division.
Boy, oh boy. We'll have Camacho and Patterson next week on CBS. Looking forward to another outstanding lightweight bout. Final seconds of round 5. Number 6, I was just saying to Ray Leonard and Gil Clancy, throw out the ratings if you like, but Kim is a worthy contender for this title. Any disagreement there, gentlemen?
None whatsoever. He is a top contender.
We are in round 6, scheduled for 15, and it's a close fight to this point.
10-man Korea, and they call him the Junior Mancini. If he does win the fight, they'll have to call Ray as Junior Kim. I mean, they're that close. This is a good, rough, tough match.
Deuk Koo Kim brought his own supply of ginseng tea that his father picked especially for him.
There's such a similarity in styles. I mean, both men with the same intentions in mind, to go to the body, go to the head, and stay the aggressive, and try to knock each other out.
I don't know whether that tea is going to give him any advantage, but the Koreans also like something called kimchi, which is a very hot, spicy pickled cabbage. That could be a factor before the fight is over.
Especially if you get hit in the body a lot.
The cabbage is good for you, man.
They continue to pound away at close range. That's been the pattern of the fight.
Now both fighters start to just zero in on that, on each other's chin with those straight punches, man.
The edge inside, though, has belonged to Ray Mancini with those short punches. He's landing 3 and 4 to 1.
Sixth round action scheduled for 15. Absolutely perfect day in Las Vegas, Nevada.
When both fighters slow down, what Mancini can do now, just throw little punches. Not hard punches, just points. Inside.
And not only do they pile up points, Ray, they confuse the other fighter. Where did they get there after all those short punches?
A good round for Mancini thus far, and as we see it, he just landed a right-hand lead, but Kim just came right back at him. Under a minute to go.
This is an endurance test, Tim, too, also, because they're pushing and they're muscling each other. It really gets you tired.
Mancini standing under Murphy Griffin, carrying 90-pound sandbags on his back. Full size. He's in great shape. Good flurry by Kim, and Mancini pulled out of there. Kim started to connect. Kim trying to hurt him against the rope. He's got Mancini in some trouble. Mancini, the champion, goes toe-to-toe with him.
That was incredible.
Mancini was in trouble, and Tim, he was hurt.
The pace these guys have had since the very first round.
Under 30 seconds to go in the 6th.
Now there was a good move by Mancini, using that experience, skipping to the side and throwing a good left hook.
We're in the final seconds of the 6th round. We are here, we are told, yes, and we are saying that we thought it was a very close round. I marked it for Mancini and then found myself marking it even. Let's go back into the action in that 6th round. And we'll see where Kim landed a good combination and backed up Mancini and then followed up well. I think this is where he was really feeling the impact of that flurry by Kim.
Well, not long, let alone the punches that were thrown by Kim, but Kim had the momentum and Mancini was moving backwards.
In the corner of the champion, Ray Boom Boom Mancini, Paul Percyfield and Murphy Griffith working over him. And there is Deuk Koo Kim, a worthy challenger indeed for the World Championship as we await round number 7. And his manager and trainer, Hyun Chi Kim, who fought for the World Junior Lightweight Championship. And his time, got to feel good about his fighter at this point.
And despite the fact that Mancini got hurt in the middle of the last round, at the end of the round, he seemed to be just about gaining a little control in the fight. Oh, that punch could change things right back around the other way. That's the kind of fight it's been.
Round 7, and it has been non-stop action. If you just joined us along the way, we're live from Las Vegas, and what you're seeing now is the way it's been through 6. to Mancini and our scorecards. The rest of this fight will probably determine the winner because it is close.
Mancini's winding up to throw that right hand now. Legs far apart, winding up to throw the punch.
Well, Mancini wants to punch harder, and he feels he can do that by telegraphing, by really putting his whole body behind him. But he can throw punches short. Inside punches, uppercuts.
That's going to be the difference, Ray. Short punches.
Uppercuts will do a great deal of damage.
Kim is a determined fighter, though. Anytime the tide starts to go against him, you can just see him gritting his teeth. He says, I have to get back in the action, and he does.
Well, he pushes himself, Joe, and he really goes back, gets back into the fight.
Looking to his corner, getting instructions from his manager trainer, another Kim, no relation. And the pace starting to show itself somewhat here in the 7th round, under a minute to go. A grueling pace.
That punch thrown by Kim landed in Mancini's chest. That punch may not look hard, but those punches to the chest really hurt.
And Mancini pounding to the body. Both fighters holding a little more here in the 7th round. There's no surprise. Not unlike the pace established last night in that great fight between Arguello and Pryor. Non-stop, pounding, punishing blows. Under 30 seconds to go here in the 7th. Little redness near the right eye of the challenger Kim now. Kim scoring to the body. Coming to the end of the 7th round. Good left hand by Kim.
Until New Genie Track Drive.
From Atlantic City, New Jersey, where earlier Mike McCallum continued his unbeaten ways by stopping the former WBA junior middleweight champion Ayub Kalule. The bout was stopped after round 7. In fact, we're told in the dressing room of Kalule right now, his manager Mogan Pale has advised that Kalule retire from the ring and call it quits after today's bout. So that'll wrap it for Sports World. Marv Albert with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco, saying so long. You may be wondering, where is Doctor? Well, take a look. NBC getting its full value out of the fight doctor. Feels he has to be involved in every phase of the operation. Man has no idea what he is doing or where he is.
Round number 7 scored by the challenger Kim. Now back to live action in the 8th round from Las Vegas. Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, and Sugar Ray Leonard watching a very exciting lightweight championship.
Tim, they've changed Kim's style. He's actually dancing around now. At least he started out off the round that way. First time in the fight.
A little swelling around the left eye of the challenger Kim. One that was damaged earlier in the fight.
Kim started off very flat-footed, and now he's a little mobile now. He's using the ring, and he's loosened up a lot more than he did for the earlier rounds.
What he does, he waits for Ray to snap that jab out, then he counters with that straight left hand, and there it was, just when we said it.
They just collided with heads again.
Kim's corner, shouting instructions to him. Lands that left hand again. That's his best punch, and he has done well with it.
Kim really goes to the body very well. He gets inside and just rips those body shots.
Good tough right hook, good solid straight left hand. Those are his primary weapons. Mancini banging to the body, and Kim comes off the ropes and ties him up.
Kim was covering up. He blocked most of those punches.
There's that left landing again.
Tim, Mancini's jab is ineffective. When he tries to jab, he's jabbing across his body with his legs wide apart, and he's easy to counter with that straight left hand of Kim's. He has to move his head more, change his balance a little bit.
Mancini can't afford to try to deliver that left uppercut on the outside because, again, that left hand of Kim has been very effective. It's been fighting his mark.
There's some redness over the left eye of Ray Boom Boom Mancini, the champion. Under a minute to go in the 8th round. His nose looks usually bleeds quite easily, has not been a problem for him. He told us in training that it's much improved. Doctors are happy with the way that it is healed up, and they don't expect it to be the easy bleeding problem it's been in the past. Cartilage problem he had in his nose. Right hand lead by Mancini landed.
Kim now is really trying to measure Mancini with that overhand left. You notice he extend that right jab, and he'll fake, and then he come in with the left hand.
Under the 30-second mark. Then you saw Kim looking to his corner, taking instructions from there.
First time in the fight, Kim's mouth is wide open, Tim. He's gasping for breath. I think the pace is starting to tell him there he is holding inside.
Well, we can see it starting to show in round 7. It has been a tough, grueling pace, and he lands a good combination. Final seconds of the 8th round.
You know people like me. You can count on Sears.
And here's that right hook and straight left hand by Kim just at the end of the last round to really rock Mancini.
We're back live in round 9 with the challenger Kim making this a very close fight as we see it at this point. Swelling around the Korean's left eye. Ray Boom Boom Mancini had some swelling around his left eye.
Kim is able to get those punches off very quick now. And now, I'm surprised. I'm very impressed now. He's able to stay on his toes now.
Again, Tim, we have another tough fight to judge. Good straight left hand by Kim. Rock Mancini.
Yes, it did. Ray stays there and slugs back with him.
The right hook of Kim just landed also.
Tim, the point I was trying to make is this is a tough fight to judge. 2 rounds in a row. The last 10, 15 seconds, Kim landed the good punches. But the whole early part of the round and the middle of the round all belong to Mancini. How do you judge a round like that?
Well, I think you should judge it over the 3 minutes. We've been through that recently. But I'm not sure I agree with you that Mancini had the best of it over the 3 minutes. I gave the last 2 rounds to Kim.
Mancini was shot and hit again with a good punch.
It's that straight left hand, Ray. You just can't seem to get away from it.
And again, acknowledging with a nod to his corner over the shoulder of Mancini that he's hearing their instructions and will try to follow them.
Again, Kim just sticks that right jab out, measured, and here comes a straight left hand.
Whatever the scorecards say, Mancini is in a fight for his championship. 9th round scheduled for 15.
Kim here has blocking punches. There's very good defense inside.
The Youngstown fans here exhorting Ray Boom Boom Mancini with a chant of Boom Boom, trying to lift his game. Under a minute to go in the 9th. Kim a little short with that left that time.
He has that left ready all the time, though, Tim. That is a weapon, that left hand of Kim. Is straight left hand. He's in right on the mark.
Live from Las Vegas. We've got a really exciting lightweight championship bout. And whatever Ray Boom Boom Mancini expected from Kim, I don't think he expected quite this much. Under 30 seconds to go. He had respect, he had concern, but I don't think any of the Mancini people expected Kim to be this difficult, this long.
Again, Kim has that straight left hand, and Ray is winding up to throw that right hand. He's telegraphing the punch. Big difference.
Coming to the end of the 9th round, Mancini trying to pin Kim against the ropes.
This is where Mancini should be doing his work.
Where the quality goes in before the name goes on.
Round number 10 of the scheduled 15-round WBA lightweight championship bout. Ray Boom Boom Mancini. As we see it, this fight is dead even. Very close fight. There is a right hook landed by the challenger, Kim. Many of the Las Vegas celebrities are here at ringside enjoying this one. Frank Sinatra is appearing here at Caesar's Palace. Bill Cosby, Willie Stargell, a big pirate star. Mancini pounding away. Robert Goulet is here. Donald Curry, ranked number 2 in the world in the welterweight. Kim gave Mancini a little pop on the head. Referee Richard Green was trying to break that. I don't think he's trying to hurt him.
It was a suggestion, but he had an insult to him.
Hector Macho Camacho will be on CBS next week. Is also in the audience, and you know he's interested in the lightweight championship. And again, they go toe-to-toe.
Kim as a southpaw has really been bothering Mancini. He hasn't made any adjustment at all. Therefore, it's difficult for him to get his distance, put any snap in his punches.
And it's difficult to get the same kind of leverage he would with an orthodox fighter.
Kim short with those two left hands.
Kim is trying, he's using every opportunity he gets. On the ropes, he comes off with some punches.
Now Mancini pounding to the head of Kim.
Tim, he was able to muscle Kim that time, use his strength.
Can't get a clean shot in here. Looked good, but he did not get a clean shot in here.
The other one very closely. Kim has blocked a lot of those shots thrown by Mancini.
Yes, he is. But Mancini doing the work and certainly scoring aggressiveness points.
Now you'll see Kim retaliate.
Under a minute to go in the 10th. Mancini trying to keep him on the ropes. The ropes have come loose right there where Kim finally spins off him and Mancini pushes him right back on him.
Mancini is now able to move him around. Right now it's Mancini's strength that's been the difference.
Going to the body, banging outside the arms, blocking. No combination inside by Mancini. Down coming alive here, the Mancini partisans. Kim trying to push him off. Mancini staying right on him, and Kim showing some signs of fatigue. Under 30 seconds to go in the 10th. Non-stop Ray Boom Boom Mancini continues to pound away.
You see Kim is coming back now. He was waiting to see whether or not Mancini would punch himself out.
Always at the end of the round. Kim has been most effective at the end of the round.
We're in the final seconds of the 10th round. At the end of the 10th, and a good round for Ray Boom Boom Mancini. While he did not land any real clean, damaging shots, he did all the work, and it appeared that Kim on the ropes, as we will go back and see it here, it appeared that Kim was tiring during this series. Mancini just threw punches from all angles, Ray, and Gil, although he didn't land many clean ones, nonetheless, he was piling up the points and had to be tiring Kim with this assault.
Well, Mancini just became very physical. He kept pushing Kim against in the corner, kept him there, and really worked well. I was very impressed with that round for Ray Mancini.
We mentioned also among the celebrities, we should mention that Henry Armstrong is here today, the only man to hold 3 titles in 3 different weight divisions all at the same time. And he came from Miami, where he was at the fight last night, the Arguello Pryor fight, and is here at ringside today. Great figure in boxing. Lenny Boom Boom Mancini knows his son is in a fight. And there is his mother, Ellen, Lenny's wife, Ellen, and Boom Boom's mother, Ellen. Round number 11, the champion. To our left in the burgundy trunks, the challenger, Deuk Koo Kim, a worthy challenger indeed.
The left eye of Mancini is starting to swell now. It could give him trouble after another round or so.
We're into the championship distance now, Tim. These are the 5 rounds, and we have the fight very, very close. The fight hangs in the balance.
I would say so. Again, we caution that judges often see it differently, but that's the way we see it at this point.
I really hope Mancini don't blow his nose, because if he should do that, his eye would just probably just close shut.
Mancini has been 12 rounds once. He's been 14 rounds once. That on the losing effort against Arguello for the WBC crown. And Kim has been 12 rounds once, having retained his Asian title against Flash Willimer in May of '82. He's never been beyond 12.
It's not only Tim that
Kim went down.
He landed a punch and Kim went down.
Yes, he did. I'm not sure. It looked to me like he was throwing a punch and then suddenly either lost his balance or at the time of the impact of Mancini's punch. I'm not sure if it was a knockdown or not. Richard Green thought not.
At the time of impact, that's a punch. If you hit a guy.
Now he's got him in trouble. Now he has Kim in trouble. Mancini pounding away. So that may have been a damaging blow. May have been a damaging blow. Mancini springing to the advantage, but Kim punching back. What a war here in the 11th.
I think now at this point here, fatigue has set in with both fighters, especially Kim. And Mancini starting to work that body. I don't think Kim likes it there.
Mancini pinning Kim in the corner, who now shows more signs of fatigue. I know minutes ago, we'll be staying here at the end of this 11th round. We want to alert our stations along the line. We will be staying here in Las Vegas. Kim punching back. If he was hurt again, he shows his stamina and his gameness.
Tim, you were mentioning the fact that they both, Mancini went 14 once, and here's another warning. Serious warning for Richard Green.
No points have been deducted in this fight. There have been several warnings for heads and for low blows. Now Mancini lands another combination as they wail away at each other.
Tim, he wobbled Kim again with that right hand. The point I'm trying to make is never mind how many rounds they have. It's the pace that's been set. The pace has been torrid. This is like a 30-round fight.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the 11th round. Kim showing signs of fatigue. Mancini perhaps sensing that, looking to land the clean knockout shots, but unable to do so. Final seconds of the 11th round.
He doesn't have to load up now.
There's the bell ending round 11, and the audience comes to its feet in appreciation of the action in this lightweight championship bout. Now let's go back and take a look at that knockdown blow, what appeared to be a knockdown. At least Gil Clancy thought it was. There's the shot. Looked like he grazed him under the chin. You saw the Korean punching at the same time. He was backed up quickly. And what do you think, fellas? What do you think, Ray?
I think he was off balance. Yet the punch did land on the way down, so you normally count that as a knockdown.
Well, Richard Green did not rule it a knockdown. He had a better view, I must say, than we did, because the Korean's back was to us, Kim, and the referee Green was facing the blow as it landed from Mancini. So nonetheless, no points scored for the knockdown. Round 12 upcoming. A good round for Mancini. Let's go back one more time and have a look at it.
You see here, Kim he's moving inside, and the punch lands. It grazed on the chest, and it hit him on the chin.
Grazed on the chest and came up and landed on the chin, but not a real clean shot. Doesn't matter. Richard Green didn't call it a knockdown. That's all that counts at this point. And a timeout call by Richard Green at the moment. There's an awful lot of water in Kim's corner. And Richard Green has now asked the commission official complaining about the tape inside the glove of the Korean challenger, Deuk Koo Kim, and they're taking a timeout here to repair the tape that is coming out from inside the gloved hand of the challenger. Now action is underway in the 12th round. Aaron Fryer is watching this fight in Miami, coming off this thrilling victory last night. Stoppage of the great Alexis Arguello. And we'll be having more conversation with Aaron Fryer later today, getting his reactions to this title fight. He has already gone on record saying he wants to meet Ray Boom Boom Mancini. He may want to be meeting Deuk Koo Kim. We're in the 12th round of a thriller.
Tim, if Mancini just drops that right hand right down the pipe without loading up on it, he's going to really be able to do the job. He doesn't have to try to throw it too hard.
Kim and Mancini tied up together in the middle of the ring. Appears to me that Kim is weary, showing signs of fatigue. He did in the last round, and he's kind of stumbling around out there now. I think he's starting to show much more of the grueling pace, the effect of it, than Mancini.
Well, the signs of fatigue with Kim is the fact that now he's rushing in. I mean, now there's no accuracy on his punches. He's winning his shots. He's telegraphed for most of them. And when he does have to throw a punch and miss, he's completely off balance.
Now to the left.
Mancini's doing the right thing now, too. He's peppering him. You don't have to punch hard when the guy's in Kim's condition. Just put him together. Never mind one big punch. Not necessary.
Under a minute to go in round 12.
There appears to be some type of swelling on the right cheekbone of Kim. I don't know whether that's his mouthpiece or just him.
Also now some blood under the right eye of Mancini. They have come from the butt. Their heads have been close together throughout this fight. I'd like to learn our local stations along the line. There will be a 30-second station break at the conclusion of this round.
Slight cut under the right eye of Mancini.
Under 30 seconds to go in round 12. Swelling around the left eye of the challenger, Kim. And again, he stumbles off balance, throwing punches. He's tired.
Tired, but he's still able to wing that straight left hand, Tim.
Boy, is he ever. He's strong and game. It just looks like Mancini is the fresher of the two at this point. We'll be back with more championship boxing action after this word from your local station. more time remaining in this round. And our apologies for mistiming it for you. Of course, the round started late because of the problem in the corner of the challenger, Kim. We'll have to pick up the official timing here shortly. And we hope you didn't roll your commercials in the local stations. We're still in round number 12. Mancini pounding away to Kim, and there's the bell.
Tim, they took a point away from Kim at the end of the 10th round for hitting after the bell.
Okay. Now that could be critical in what we see as a close fight. On our scorecard, we've given Mancini the last 3 rounds, 10, 11, and 12. He's been the fresher man, more effective man as we've seen it, and he comes off his stool, trying to get to Kim immediately.
And did he get to him immediately?
Yes, he did, and that is a tactic of Kim. But it was Mancini coming right across the ring, pounding away at Kim. Kim wobbling back to the corner rope. Kim is hurt now. Yes, he is. Deuk Koo Kim,
Tim, he still has one good straight left hand left in him, though. Ray just got to put him together.
Yes, okay, but he's out. This point, he seems to be out of it. If Mancini can stay on top of him, I think he can get him out of there.
Kim trying to tie up Mancini, and Mancini continues to move those hands.
Observe Kim's legs. They're not as stable as they were at first.
They look like spaghetti right now, Ray.
Starting to wobble. They're starting to gear.
Here in the outdoor stadium, round 13, the champion Mancini trying to put away his challenger.
When a fighter's legs go the way Kim's have, Ray should stay outside and pick him apart because the only thing he can do is lean on Ray. When he's not leaning, he has no legs.
And now here we go.
Look at him punch back.
He's doing a turn around.
We knew he had that one straight left hand left in him. There it was again.
He's had lefts and rights here. Another game display at a rally here by the challenger Kim.
But it seems like as though Kim just sits back and waits. He takes a series of punches, and all of a sudden he comes back very strong. We say fatigue and set in, and I really felt that way, but then all of a sudden he makes me change my mind.
Greg, I've seen guys get their second win, but what about their 4th and 5th win?
These guys have it.
Terrific show by both of these lightweights. Durable, strong, well-trained, and certainly the underrated Kim giving Mancini all he can handle. Down goes Kim again. He was pushed down, and there was no knockdown. Richard Green ruling that he was not knocked down by a blow. Under a minute to go, round 13. Once again, we will be going to a station break at the end of this 13th round. Mancini now with his mouth open, breathing a little heavily. They both have got to be gasping for some air.
The deduction of form. The deduction of form that was taken from Kim. Hitting after the bell is very critical because these rounds are so close. Some are just so close. Too tough to call.
That's right. Under 30 seconds to go. Again, Kim getting tangled up with the feet of Mancini. Nearly went down once more.
Still dangerous with that straight left hand, though, Tim. Especially when a fighter gets tired. If he gets hit, he can go down.
And so we'll be back with more of this lightweight championship action after this word from your local station.
The sports team of Pickett, Kessler, and Martin. Weeknights at 5.
Live from Las Vegas, Nevada, CBS Sports Saturday. Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, Sugar Ray Leonard. What a championship bout. 2 more rounds are scheduled. You saw the champion Mancini. This is the challenger, Deuk Koo Kim. You may not have heard of him before. You will remember him today, win or lose. What a show by this 23-year-old challenger, ranked #1 in the world. And there is 21-year-old champion Ray Boom Boom Mancini. And he scored his Congratulations. the ability, the guts, the stamina of Deuk Koo Kim, but he showed again he is a worthy champion, and his happy father, Lenny, seeing his son score the late knockout over Deuk Koo Kim from South Korea. It came at 19 seconds of the 14th round, a tough combination that set up a right hand that sent him flying. There is the champion, Ray Boom Boom Mancini. I gotta believe he's glad this one is over, Ray. He had his hands full today. We're going to go back into that 14th round. The right, the left just missing.
The right hand.
And a big right hand. Boom, from Boom Boom. Kim was finished at that point. He tried gamely to get up, but he had nothing left. A big right hand. Excellent camera work and direction by our own Bob Dunphy, and there is the champion, Ray Boom Boom Mancini. And so he has retained his WBA lightweight championship. And we'll be back to talk with the champion, Ray Mancini, momentarily. Let's go to New York and Brent Musburger.
Unbelievable fight out in Las Vegas in the 13th round, and congratulations to both of those warriors. We're going to bring in Ara Parsegan, and also Aaron Pryor down in Miami has been watching along with his niece Lisa. Aaron, what did you think about this war? You waged one yourself last night.
Beautiful fight. I feel like he was doing what I do when I defend my title. He was fighting from the bottom of his heart, and that's what will make a good fight between us, because Mancini, he fights like his life and death is at stake. It's a life and death situation, and that's the way I am when I fight for my title. You can obviously tell that because he wasn't going to quit.
Boy, he sure wasn't. Aaron, when you get in that ring with Boom Boom, we'll all be there for that one, big fella.
That'll be the big one.
Aaron, what'd you think about that war?
Oh, that's exactly what it was. I didn't expect that kind of response from Kim. He is a great competitor. He's an excellent fighter, and he just wouldn't go down until he finally got hit flush.
Oh, unbelievable. And, of course, out in Las Vegas, Tim Ryan will be talking to Boom Boom Mancini as CBS Sports Saturday continues.
Coming heavyweight, Rufus Hadley. Art Tucker went in with a 16-0 record. He knocked him out. He's had a lot of international amateur experience. He knows this is the opportunity, and he's going to go for it.
Odum went 12 tough rounds against Ray Mercer in his last outing. Now, I guess the question about Ruddock today is that he has come in at 240 pounds. That's 10 pounds higher than he ever has before, and yet he says he's in shape.
Tim, as a former trainer, I don't like that a bit. Tim, I just don't like that a bit. You know, if the fight goes any distance, those 10 pounds could prove an anchor later in the fight.
All right, well, we'll be back with Razor Ruddock, ranked number 3 in the world, and Kimmuel Odum after these words from your local station.
This is CBS.
We're back live at Harrah's Atlantic City. The fighters are being introduced. Razor Ruddock coming in at 240 pounds.
Odum. And his opponent in the blue corner.
And Odum at 234. He is 30 years of age. Razor Ruddock just 24 years of age and considered by many as the most dangerous fighter in the heavyweight division. Awaiting his opportunity as they sort things out at the top there with Douglas, Tyson, Holyfield, and George Foreman working his way in. Two tall, big heavyweights. In New Jersey, the 3 knockdown rule means 3 knockdowns in a round would end the fight. There is a standing 8 count in New Jersey, meaning in effect it is like a knockdown. If the referee judges that the fighter is in trouble, he can give him a standing 8 count even though he has. Doctor can stop a fight here in New Jersey. Rudy Battle is the referee giving the boxers their final instructions. And you were looking at Kimmuel Odum, and here is Razor Ruddock. From Weston, Ontario, a suburb just outside of Toronto, born in Jamaica, moved to Toronto at the age of 11, an accomplished tennis player as a youngster, and still plays that game very well indeed. Ranked number 3 in the world, 23-1-1. Kimmuel Odum, 12-3 with 1 no contest, 11 knockouts in his 12 victories, and a guy who has really taken this opportunity to its fullest, knocking off about 20 pounds down to 234. because he knows that if he can beat the number 3 man in the world, that'll move him into the top 10.
Well, Tim, he knocked off the 20 pounds, and Razor Ruddock put on 10 pounds, so that could be a little bit of an equalizer.
Ruddock, nonetheless, very confident, very relaxed before this fight. This fight scheduled originally for the 1st of July, and Ruddock had suffered a broken bone in his right wrist, the ulna bone, and it was just simply not in top form for the July 1st date, so the fight was postponed. He now says that everything is just fine. It is fully healed. He's not been bothered with it in training.
Tim, you know, Razor Ruddock relies on that good stiff left jab, but Odum has that sleek right hand that he throws over a jab once in a while, but he has to go for it. He has to let it go.
Judges for the fight are William Kostrup from Trenton, John Riley from Mountainside, New Jersey, John Condon from Blackwood, New Jersey.
Get off his head. Break out, please.
Most boxing observers don't expect that their services will be needed. Round 1 scheduled for 10. Odum in black, Razor Ruddock in white. Good combination scored by Odum.
And no reply from Razor Ruddock.
Now Ruddock driving Odum back, lands a right hand down the pipe, and a left hook behind it to the ear. And a big right to the ear and a left. He's got Odum in some trouble here, but Odum fires back.
One thing about Ruddock, he has power in both hands. Makes no difference which one he hits you with.
Ruddock's last outing, an impressive 4-round stoppage of Michael Dokes in April of this year. Odum's last fight, 12-round decision loss at the hands of Olympic champion Ray Mercer. There's a big left hook by Ruddock and a right hand behind it. Under a minute to go in the first round.
You know, Tim, when you throw those big bombs, sometimes you leave yourself wide open. I'd like to see Razor Ruddock using that jab a lot more and set this guy up before he throws those bombs.
Ruddock with victories over Dokes, Mike Weaver, James Broad, Bone Crusher Smith. None of those guys in their prime at the time that he beat them, but nonetheless he has looked more impressive with each outing. Now ranked number 3 in the world by all 3 boxing organizations. 15 seconds remaining in the first round. Coming to the end of round number 1 of the scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout.
Step out. Get off his neck. Get off.
Round number 2, live from Atlantic City. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy watching heavyweights. Donovan, Razor Ruddock in white. The left hook to open this second round against Kimmuel Odum. Odum from Gary, Indiana. Jamaican-born Ruddock from Weston, Ontario, near Toronto. Wife Judith, 3 children back home in Canada. Odum is single, living with his family in Gary. 30 years of age, holds a
quick short left hook, Tim, by Razor Ruddock.
There's a good combination behind it. Odum holds a disqualification victory over Mike Tyson when they were amateurs back in 1984.
Get off his neck.
Made it to the Olympic trials quarterfinals. 3-time Chicago Golden Gloves champion. A lot of amateur experience, but a late starting pro. Just 16 pro bouts to his credit. He's won 12. Heard Odum claim that he was sparring with Ruddock, and they sent him home because, in his judgment, he was hurting Ruddock.
There was that right hand that Odum threw. He took a chance that time. Tim just missed with it. And I'd still like to see Razor Ruddock using that snappy left jab a lot more than he's using. He's looking to load up on every punch.
This is round 2, scheduled for 10. Short right landed by Odum, counter punching. Heard Razor Ruddock say he couldn't take this guy lightly. Look what happened to Mike Tyson. So presumably he will not do so. Definitely got a live guy in front of him.
And Odum is a stubborn guy, Tim. I remember in this fight with Art Tucker. I mean, he got hit some good solid shots, but he just doesn't give up. Keeps in there, keeps popping away. And sure enough, Tucker got a little tired and he got him out of there.
Under a minute to go. A big left hand landed by Ruddock.
That punch hurt Odum.
It did indeed.
But again, Tim, Ruddock he's wide open when he's walking in. Keep that form, keep that snapping jab out there.
That cost him in his fight against Bone Crusher Smith, who knocked him down before Ruddock dropped the canvas to stop Smith.
All right, let him up. Break. Step back. 10 minutes.
You know, he devastated Michael Dokes with those 2 left hooks to him. Sometimes that stays in their mind and they forget their boxing plan. Looking to get the guy out with every punch.
Under 30 seconds we go here in the second round.
Wound up with that right hand.
There's 2 rights landed by Odum. Another right hand landed by Odum. Final seconds of the second round. Now, Odum rallied well at the end of round 2. Now watch what happens here. After the bell, Razor Ruddock knocked Odum down with a left hand, and Rudy Battle has deducted some points. It is a 1-point penalty as we hit into round 3. Let's see if that arouses Odum. So Razor Ruddock, after the bell, unloaded a left hand on Odum, and it has cost him a point.
Tim, sometimes it's better to lose a point. I mean, what kind of condition is Odum in after getting hit with that left hook with his hands down?
Well, and Odum had done a good job in the final seconds of landing several combinations to the head of Razor Ruddock. And then suddenly after the bell, he found himself on the seat of his pants. He's evidently all right.
Well, he's never been stopped, Tim. Kimmuel. One of those stubborn guys, stays in there. And again, with that extra 10 pounds that Ruddock's carrying around, who knows what's going to happen if the fight goes in existence.
Meanwhile, Odum has got some of the crowd on his side here as a result of the unsportsmanlike shot by Ruddock. And now Ruddock, 3 left hooks, one of them locking Odum back into the ropes. A combination and a right hand by Ruddock. And Odum fires back, not a lot on it, but he stops the flurry of Ruddock.
Well, he certainly has the crowd on his side now, Tim.
They're chanting Odum, Odum. For the underdog, Kimmuel Odum. There's a big left hook that rocks Odum and sends him back to the ropes again. Ruddock picking up his pace here in round 3. Let's find out from the Odum corner what they thought of the foul by Razor Ruddock. Dan Jenkins is over there. Dan?
Tim, they are calling for a disqualification over in the Kimmuel Odum corner. Ralph Citro, the cut man, is screaming still. Why don't you disqualify him for that late shot? Tim, back to you.
Thanks, Dan. Well, that follows on the heels of yesterday's controversial win by Nigel Benn over Iran Barkley. Many thinking, Gil and I included, that referee Carlos Padilla should have disqualified Nigel Benn for knocking Barkley on the head after Barkley was already on the canvas.
And Tim, Ruddock has thrown a lot of punches, a lot of hard punches, and he still hasn't really wobbled Kimmuel Odum. Again, that 10 pounds, if this fight goes any distance, could be very, very important.
Oh, there we go. In the left hand. It was a short right hand that did the damage, snapping back the head of Odum and a big left behind it. Now Ruddock trying to get the crowd back on his side, but they're booing him. Is Odum going to make it up? No, it is all over. 3rd round knockout for Razor Ruddock. Not a popular one following his late blow at the end of round 2. So Razor Ruddock has scored a knockout victory. He is 18th in 24 victories with just 1 loss and 1 draw. So Razor Ruddock continues his campaign for a title shot, number 3 ranked heavyweight, stopping Kimmuel Odum in the 3rd round. Watch for the short right hand that sets this up. There's the right to the head and then the left hand behind it. Actually, it wasn't as short as I thought. It was a real haymaker.
Tim, I tell you, that Ruddock certainly has the punching power. No question about it. He can punch.
There's the right hand and there's the left behind it. Bringing it up from underneath. And a knockout victory scored by Donovan. Razor Ruddock, number 3 ranked heavyweight in the world. Well, we've got more boxing ahead on CBS Sports Sunday. We'll be talking to the winner, Razor Ruddock, and we'll also bring you some action from this boxer. Who is that guy anyway? What a way to enter the ring. Macho Man or Birdman? Well, you might have guessed it. It's Hector Macho Camacho. You'll see him in action against Tony Baldassar, a fight that took place last week when we return on CBS Sports Sunday. Atlantic City after a knockout victory by Razor Ruddock.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Harrah's, Atlantic City, New Jersey, the time of this bout, 2 minutes and 58 seconds of the third round, and a winner by a knockout, Donovan Razor Ruddock.
Razor Ruddock, the knockout winner of this fight. Razor, you got the crowd all upset at you because of that punch you threw after the bell at the end of round 2. What happened there?
First of all, I'd like to say hi to all the people in Jamaica. I'd like to say hi to all the people in the PAL Athletic League in Fort Lauderdale, and my mother and father in Canada. Nathan Brown, this is for you.
What happened there? Why did you throw the punch after the bell?
What's your name again? Tim. What happened was I got a little bit frustrated because, first of all these other good fighters are ducking me. They forced me to get up for this fight. I mean, after knocking out Michael Doak in the 4th round, I was up for that fight. And they gave me a guy like Kimmuel Odum. And it was a lot of pressure. I got frustrated. I wanted to knock him out. I got there a little bit tight. I did not utilize my total ability. And he was there looking in my face, and I just got pissed and knocked him out.
Well, Razor, also just near the end of that round, that was his best flurry, and he was doing some damage to you there.
He wasn't damaging me. I was laughing, actually, because he can't punch me. That's where I feel. And I was just taking my time trying to get into the fight. I know when I hit him, he's going to go.
All right, well, it could have been a costly thing for you. It cost you a point. Nonetheless, you came back and finished him off in the 3rd round with the power that people are starting to expect from you. It was a big right hand over the top that really hurt him first, coming right here. And then a left behind it.
Hey, I'm telling you one thing, right? I'm really sorry I hit him after the bell. I knew I was going to get him sooner or later. And I'm sorry if I make all the people upset, but it's part of boxing. We're in here, it's a brutal sport. It's not a tennis match. This is a fight. And sometimes you get upset. You know, people don't know how much it takes for you to build up to get to be able to fight another man and try to knock him out.
Now, as it turned out, you won a 3rd round knockout, but there was some question about your coming in 10 pounds heavier than you ever have for a fight before.
Well, I think I was that was a factor in the beginning to be able to let me start off fast. And I think it's because I was taking some amino acids, some power pack pill, energy pill I was training with, and I think that's what put on the 10 pounds. And
all right, so what's your optimum weight, do you think?
My optimum weight is probably 230 because I felt dynamite with the Michael Doaks in the 230 pounds. I'm going to try and keep it at 230 pounds. And I'd like to send out a challenge to all the heavyweights in the division because Tyson, Foreman, Evander Holyfield, Buster Douglas. I am not the hard man in this heavyweight division. I'm ranked number 3 in the heavyweight division, and I think they should acknowledge the fact that I'm there. Do not overlook me. Don King, don't overlook me. I'm here to stay.
Okay, Razor, congratulations on a 3rd round knockout, albeit somewhat controversial after the blow after the bell.
Rod Dixon working up a sweat already, and the fight hasn't even started.
I want a clean fight. I want you to obey my commands at all times. Any questions over here? Any questions over here? Shake hands. Good luck. Shake hands. Back to your corner.
Arthur Allen with a little bit of a Richard Pryor smile. 19-1 is his record out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's won 13 in a row. Very busy. 6 fights in 1995. Arthur Allen is certainly on the threshold, and he will fight anybody. He fought quite a bit on the road early in his career and feels because of that he is well schooled. And right now he faces a highly regarded prospect, considered one of the most promising young welterweights in the world. Allen just feels he has the size on Samaniego.
Yeah, 2 young fighters that really don't fear anybody in their divisions. Samaniego has his style, says he's a boxer puncher.
And there he is, right at Allen. And Allen is thrown off guard. Samaniego looking very much like a young Roberto Duran, slugging away here on the first. Allen's got to settle down. He's got to get the jab going, but he has Samaniego in his face. Samaniego saying he will come forward throwing punches. whose mother and Roberto's grandmother are sisters.
In so many fights, you surprise your opponent right at the first of the fight. Trying to set the pace and the tempo in this fight. Samaniego right out of the chute. Big right hand.
Exactly what he said he would do. You hear this from many fighters, their fight plans, and then once the bell sounds, you see something completely different.
Oh yeah, he said, I have to tear him down, I have to get on the inside. I must follow my punches with hard body shots, and he has done that so far in this fight. Let's see how long he can keep it up. Really punch himself out.
It is generally very difficult to get to Arthur Allen. He is very elusive. He's got the long jab, fights from angles, hard to hit him, but not here in the first round. Utterly surprised by Samaniego. Samaniego has been in the U.S. for 8 months, been working out of Las Vegas, and he has been busy. This is his 8th fight since moving to the U.S. from Panama City.
Now getting that jab going, Arthur Allen, when you've got an opponent like Samaniego who knows only one way to fight, to get on top of you, you have to keep him out on the end of your punches, especially if you have an 81-inch reach like Arthur Allen. That is a heavyweight reach. 81 inches.
Samaniego said he was going to go inside to try to break him down, but I think he meant that over the course of many rounds. He's done that here in the first, although Allen battling back with some tough punches.
And the fight is not over after 1 round. We still have 9 more to go. Did Samaniego punch himself out? Fast start. Sometimes that means a fast ending. Settle down. They tried to settle him down between rounds. Get him into this fight. That little water over there in the corner slipped down from Arthur Allen. Oh, that one just slipped down.
Samaniego hammers Allen with the right after the slip. He was right on top of Allen. Allen said he was okay after the first round.
Yeah, but Allen's still trying to say, hey, I slipped again. He didn't slip. He slipped over a right hand.
And Allen right now down again. 3-knockdown rule is in effect, and it is early in the second round.
They are trying to settle down, Allen. You got to get back to that jab. You have to get Samaniego where he's not rushing in and hitting you with big shots like that. More of those, and this fight will be over. Oh, man, big left hook.
Arthur Allen, the junior middleweight prospect, who has won 13 in a row. That's in jeopardy right now. A Duran-like performance by his first cousins. And he puts Arthur away in the second. A major impression by Samaniego, the first cousin of Roberto Duran, who steps up to the junior middleweight division to take on 19-1 Arthur Allen, and in convincing fashion. And Allen backing up in round number 1, and Allen down 3 times in round number 2.
Great feeling, a bell-to-bell bomber. That first round, he did not stop throwing punches, and the second round, he picked it up where he left it off. Outstanding performance. Arthur Allen really disgusted with himself. Hector Camacho in the ring to console Allen.
Arthur Allen never in this fight.
Allen's still saying, man, that water got me over there. I was slipping on the water in his corner. Look at this. This was the first knockdown. Cracked the right hand. Down to the canvas goes Arthur Allen. Now, there is water in that corner, and Allen got up complaining about the water over there in the corner, but that was the right hand that put him down, although Allen doesn't know that here.
Yeah, but I don't
know where he is.
I don't think Allen ever really got set and was ready after he slipped. He got up, but all of a sudden, Samaniego charged towards him and did not give him time to reset.
Well, that's part of the plan from Samaniego. You don't want to give your opponent time to reset. Here in the second round, there he goes down from the slip. That was him off balance. Down to the canvas, Arthur Allen. Samaniego got right on top of him and crack. Look at that. That was time enough for Allen to move or to jab or get out of the way of that punch. Here it is. Later in the round, over the top, the right hand, again, is the punch that did the damage. Arthur Allen down to his knees and down to his face. That fight stopped right there. It should be. Good call by the ref.
Arthur Allen could never get going. Santiago Samaniego followed the fight plan. Come forward throwing punches. That's exactly what he did. Arthur Allen wondering what hit him. 13-fight win streak is snapped, and this fight somewhat reminders of when Roberto Duran went into Madison Square Garden and charged right at Ken Buchanan to win the lightweight championship of the world and started to make the name for himself.
The same kind of intensity. In fact, that's what he said that Roberto Duran taught him. He taught him never to give up, to stay on your opponent, don't quit. He brings that confidence in, and that's why he knocks out fighters like Arthur Allen. Excellent performance by him.
All right, let's get the official time. Somewhere in the middle of all that is Mark Biro.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 1 minute, 30 seconds of the second round. The 3 knockdown rule in effect. The winner by tactical knockout, Santiago Samaniego.
Well, you may have heard that name for the first time. It certainly won't be the last. Santiago Samaniego. It just kind of rolls off the lip